In this YouTube series, I'm going to start out as a farmer, a new farmer, in the No Man's Land map on Farming Simulator 22. Will I succeed? Find out and watch the rest of this entire series and follow my journey as a farmer. Alright, so, welcome to No Man's Land, which is just a little map on Farming Simulator 22 that only has farmlands as the eyes can see. So currently we own field number 26, which is just out here. We own a house, a field, a shed, and a couple of other things, and a truck as well. It's a used beat up truck, but we're gonna call it our own because it's a nice little truck. So we're gonna go out to our property, go check it out. And here we are just approaching to our new farm to us. As you can see, we got a little shed over here to the right. Got a little pond over here with a well. We got a silo. Looks like a storage unit. We got a little field. We got a tractor, a harvester, and a trailer, it seems. And then we got a little outhouse and a little interior house. Nothing too nice. It's just kind of dated. And it looks disgusting. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of this nasty looking house. So we're going to get rid of that real quick and then set up a tent or something because I don't want to live in this. It looks disgusting. There's a window out. There's a hole in the window. This is not livable. Jeez. I knew we were starting off slow, but can I at least have a house where I can have a nice little, like, living situation? And that fucking bed was disgusting looking. In the tub, too. That's gross. This is disgusting. This has been, and just a little computer with a desk in here. This is... No, I ain't gonna have this. Sorry. Surprised there's electricity. Not gonna lie. But yeah, we're gonna get rid of this. This is terrible looking. I'm sorry. Alright, that looks a lot better. I went ahead and got rid of the outhouse, but we have a nicer log cabin. This is a lot nicer. My goodness. That's the first upgrade on this farm, is a new house, and I'm happy with the choice. And the tub isn't disgusting, so this is a nice livable cabin. I'm happy with my decision. So yeah, we got a new log cabin. It doesn't look as run down. And time to look at our equipment here. We got a cedar, I think this is, or something. I don't know. We got an old tractor. I'm surprised. We'll see if it runs. It does run. Starts up. We're gonna go ahead and just park it here. We got a plow, it looks like. Or something. I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is either. This is a container thing. Holds our grain, and then we got a harvester. I know what that is. It's not too bad. Let's just take a look at everything we have. So we got a plow, a cultivator, seeder, and apparently we got a weight somewhere. Where's the weight for the tractor? Ah, there it is. So we got a good start out, I guess. And then we got our farm silo. We also have a nice big open land. We got a little workshop for vehicles. Gotcha. So that's nice to know that we got a little workshop for vehicles. We got a shed over there. I'll probably put my tractor over there. And we also have water, so that's good to know. The next thing I'm going to build here is I'm going to build a distributor. So go ahead and get one of those. Alright, we are slowly spending all of our money, but we got a distributor now, so this will be good for what we need. And now time to look at our field. So we were doing potatoes, it seems. It's a nice little field, I guess. We'll keep it for the time being, but we do have this big open field in the back that I plan to possibly make a something into. We also have all this wood in the area, so that's good to know. We got a lot of land to work with, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to start out with, I guess, plowing this field because it is not doing too good. As you can see, it's dead. And yet, as you can tell, this place has been abandoned for a very long time. So I guess we're going to look at all of our equipment, test it all out, see if our combine works. It does. It's in very poor condition, though. It also is very low on gas. And this is just not looking too great. But you gotta start somewhere. That's what I say. You have to start somewhere. Alright, so, like I said, we're going to go ahead and start up our tractor again. And I think the first thing we're going to be doing is redoing that field over there. So we're going to plow that field, or just see what equipment we got. So the plow is back there, it seems. I got to go get it. Alright, yeah, that's our plow. So we're going to go ahead and plow our field. This is a very small plow, unfortunately, so this might take a little bit, so bear with me. And there's so many hours used on this tractor, so we might have to invest in a new one at some point. And I notice we're going to have a lot of stones here, so that's not going to be too great. We will have to get a stone picker at some point, but that's going to have to wait. I really wish this was bigger, but like I said, gotta start somewhere. Here we are on the final last stretch, as this took a good amount of time. It was like 7 or 8 minutes. This will be the last time I use this fucking plow. We are definitely going to get rid of it. And yeah, unfortunately, I really need to make some money to start progressing this farm, so the first thing I'm going to do is plant whatever is the best and is able to be planted here in August. But yeah, that took a little too long for my liking, so we are not going to be using this one ever again. So probably the last time we're ever going to use it, in my opinion. Since we're already here, we're going to repair my tractor and that, and we're going to go ahead and probably get rid of the thing. That plow, we're definitely going to get rid of. But in the meantime, one thing I do need to get is a power washer. Or like a water hose or something. And a power washer is exactly what we're going to do next. So I just spent $4,500 on a power washer. And it's right here next to our workshop. So that works out for me. We're going to go ahead and wash this thing off and probably sell it. Because I am Not going to use this thing ever again. My god. Upgrade, for sure. So the first thing I'm going to do is sell that thing. We're also going to wash off the tractor, because why not? Man, look at that. It looks so much nicer. Looks almost brand new. Love it. This tractor looks almost brand new. I mean, it pretty much already is, because we already put some maintenance on it. We already fixed it up a little bit. That cost another $4 grand as well. We also fixed up the plow. We didn't fix the paint on it, unfortunately, but yeah. So the plow, I don't think we're going to keep anymore. And the plow we are definitely going to sell for, and it's already been sold, so that's good enough. So the next thing we're going to need, before I start anything, I want to check on what is selling the best for planting this month. What can we plant this month? We can plant canola. That seems like the only thing we can plant. And canola is pretty good, so might as well. And there is one thing I want to get. I want to buy off the top of my head. We're going to get rid of the cedar that we have. And we're going to upgrade it. So we're going to get a new cedar, but first we have to contact our bank, because the one I want is a fertilizer and a cedar. And if I remember correctly, that thing is a pretty penny to get. And it's going to be the newest thing we own on our farm, and it is going to be $106,000. Well, actually $117,000. So yeah, we're going to have to ask the bank for a little loan here. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ask the bank. I'm going to go ahead and ask the bank for, I don't know, maybe 50 grand maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the bank has to say. I'm just going to tell them I'm new to farming. We just got this farm over here, and we are looking to upgrade a few things because a couple of our equipment is a little old. So we'll just give them the rundown, and we'll see what we get. Alright, so as you can see, we have a little bit of money to work with. The bank did give me a chance. I asked for 50 grand, and they accepted that. So now we have enough money to get that cedar, and we're going to be basically dead broke. So we're going to go ahead and buy that new cedar and fertilizer. And we're going to go ahead and haul it here. And now with that $117,000 upgrade, we now have a cedar and fertilizer. And now I have to go to the shop and go pick it up. So now we have to start making some money for the bank, because that is currently, that cedar and fertilizer is currently the bank's. So we have to make some money, and we'll have to make some money pretty damn quick, I'll have to say. So we're going to go pick up our new piece of equipment. Hopefully I can haul it with the truck. I suppose I can. But we'll go find out in due time. And we made it to the place where I can buy stuff. Unfortunately, I took the wrong vehicle because this cannot hook up to my truck. So I cannot haul this home without using the tractor. So unfortunately, we are going to have to go back home and get the tractor and bring it back. So, alright, so now that we're here, we got the right thing to pick up. Now we got the tractor here, along with our new seeder and fertilizer. So, while I'm at the shop, I am going to purchase some fertilizer and seeding. So, and here we are, we got more seed and fertilizer, so we're going to go ahead and fill up the seeder and the fertilizer, because why not? Had to spend a little bit of money to make some money. That's what I always say. And with that, we have 2,000 seeds, and we also have another 2,000 in fertilizer. And I'm also going to have to back this up and put it in there. And with that, we now have 2,000 liters of seed and fertilizer. So we're going to go ahead and head back home. Now approaching back home, we are going to go ahead and tend to our field. We're going to fertilize it and seed it. So that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to get to try out our new fertilizer slash seeder. And now working on our last strip here for seeding and fertilizing. And this thing was very quick. I'm glad I made the investment on it. Just got to make some money back to the bank. Only have to make $50,000. That's fine. But yeah, now this is a wrap. We didn't quite use that much seeds or fertilizer, so that's amazing that this field... It's an okay size field. It isn't the best type field, but we have now the best looking thing here. We got the seeder, fertilizer, and And we won't need to use this for a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and park this thing in storage over here. I'm going to go ahead and put it over here. For the time being, at least. I don't have to go into the barn just yet. Got to get everything all situated anyway. Go ahead and put it down, and we'll use it some other time. In the meantime, I want to take a look at all of our equipment here. Mainly this extra thing over here. At some point, we will get a bigger barn once we start making some moolah. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick up our weight in the front. We are going to go ahead and pick up this thing in the back over here. And I believe this is a cultivator, if I'm not mistaken, which I don't remember what cultivators do. I don't think I need it, but we will see in due time. And yes, it is a cultivator, so go ahead and turn off the engine and then power wash this weight, because it's been sitting for God knows how long. Alright, that's good. And now we take a look at our cultivator, because it has been sitting and rusting and in the barn for a long time. And look how shiny and blue it is. My goodness. It really needed a bath. And now I'm happy. We got everything looking nice. So we're going to go ahead and take the tractor and put the stuff back. Go ahead and put the weight down. And then we'll drop the cultivator and put it back there where it was. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the tractor. And we're going to inspect our harvester here, because I haven't seen it run yet. Or, well, we do know it runs. It is very low on fuel, and it really needs to be repaired and serviced. So let's go ahead and take a look. We might be able to use it once. We are going to go ahead and attach our harvester. Or header, sorry. We're going to go ahead and give this little thing a wash too, because it needs it too. I do not know how much it would cost to repair all this vehicle stuff, so I'm not going to spend my money just yet. I assume it's going to cost a lot of money to repair this. That would be my guess. And this was a good investment with the power washer. Let's see how beautiful this thing gets, huh? Go on, knock the dirt off. It's not too bad. It's not very shiny either, but you know, it has some damage. But yeah, it's alright to begin with. It's a nice little beginner vehicle, I should say. And we're going to take a look how much it is to repair all this stuff. So to repair that, it's gonna cost a lot. Operating hours are pretty expensive on it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and park it up. It seems to be okay. Seems to work just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and back this up back into the shed. And technically, we don't really have anything else really to do. Alright. With that being said, I am going to check out this trailer, I think it is. Yeah, we have a trailer. And how much does it hold? Holds quite a bit. That's alright. That's good to know. Let's see if my truck can pull this. I doubt it will. But we will try it out. Aha! It does fit. Perfect. And this thing has quite a bit of damage on it. That's okay. Go ahead and take a look at what we're dealing with here. Yeah, not too great with the damage and the paint, so it's fine, but we have to make some money before we can, like, fix any of our current stuff. I'm going to go ahead and give this a wash, and it will look a lot better. At least in theory, it will look a lot better. And then that looks nice, and then we'll give the old truck a wash too. And I believe she is good to go, and it's good to know that we have some working stuff that's just a little bit used. The newest thing we have is that cedar and fertilizer, so I'm happy that we got that. And I'm not really sure, I'm not 100% sure what we're really going to be doing here soon, because as it stands, we are a late bloomer here, since this is going to take a little bit to do. If I remember correctly, we won't be able to harvest canola until next July. So we're pretty much dead in the tracks right here. And the only money-making method we have, really, is purchase a chainsaw and take down some trees, I guess. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing, because I do plan to expand further back here. And right now there's a lot of trees in the way. So yeah, I am going to invest $1,000 in a chainsaw, and we'll start cutting down some trees in some areas, and maybe some bushes too. But yeah, that's all I can think of really right now for money-making methods. Or even purchase a mower or something and make grass, but that costs some money. And it costs a lot of money. Sure, I could get a zero turn, but I don't have enough money for that. We are just kind of like dead in our tracks right now. We don't really have any neighbors. So we are just kind of a little bit screwed right now, I think. I think we are getting water currently for it. I don't know. But yeah, all I can really think of is not much. This is a little tough here. Like I said, only really money-making method we got is selling some wood. Because we got some trees on our property, but I like how foresty it is, but we are going to have to wait a year for this to make some profit, so this is not going to be too great. This is some dire times here, I will say. I will say indeed. We currently don't have any neighbors at the moment, though we might here in the future. No spoilers, but we might have a neighbor that can help us out sometime in the future. Who knows? But as it stands right now, we are kind of a little bit screwed, I would say. Because we don't have any product that we can sell. And we also have that loan that we got from the bank, that $50,000 loan, so this is not looking too great. We are going to be living on nickel and diming stuff for a bit. Unless we sell the cultivator, but I don't think we're going to be... We might need it, so I don't really know how to progress this further. But, as I said, I am going to buy a chainsaw. That's $1,000 down the drain, and we now have ourselves a chainsaw that we can use to cut down some trees. And the first place I'm going to look is right over here. This little tree right here. We just got a tiny little tree here. Yeah, we could get a mower, but that wouldn't really work too great, in my opinion. Could get a push mower, but I don't want to really spend money on mowers. We're just kind of screwed at the moment. I don't want to ask the bank because I already have that $50,000 loan. I guarantee they will decline a loan from me. As it stands, it ain't looking too great. Might need some help from some friends. Who knows? Where could we go from here? That's the question. But as it stands, we might have to cut down some trees to make some money. And then we can expand. I could have got a $100,000 loan, but I didn't want to spend that much. That would have been a smarter idea if I got a bigger loan, but I didn't really want to spend too much. Because I knew this was going to be a problem. And at the moment, we just got to cut down some trees, I think. That's our best bet. I think that is our best bet, is to cut down some trees. And we got some big ones that can give us some money. So that's good to know. We also have this trailer that I can possibly put stuff in too, so it really just all depends what we can do. So yeah, I guess what I'm gonna do is cut down some trees and try and sell it to make some money, because that's all I can think of doing. Alright, so we cut down a big tree. We got like 3 or 4 big limbs on it, so that was right here. We had a really big tree, one of the tall spruce trees over here. And I guess what we're going to try and do is sell and possibly get some money. So hopefully we got some money. Hopefully we can get some money, is what I should say. And with that, we made $2,491 from those 3 trees I cut down. And I'm just gonna stay here for a second, here at the center. Maybe have a talk with someone around here. There might be someone around here. Just bought me a bag of farm chips. I'm just checking out the combine here. I found a nice lady receptionist over here to talk to. We had a little bit of a conversation. There is a guy that works here and sometimes pays tribute over here. As you can see, he does know the person that used to own, and there's a picture of my my place. He does know a person that used to own that place. And what happened is he ended up passing away, the person that owned where I currently own. And the guy was very, very friendly. The guy just in here in this little office, very, very friendly guy. And he was very generous enough to say, hey, if I need any help or anything at all, just give him a call. So that was very nice of that gentleman to help me out, as I am kind of in a bad situation here. And like I said, he does know the previous owner of my farmland, and he told me the whole story of how it happened. And yeah, it has been abandoned since 2020. Unfortunately, the guy passed away shortly after in 2021 due to some health issues. I don't really remember, or I didn't really ask. I just said, oh, that stinks. So it has been abandoned for 4.5 years or so. So that explains why everything was in poor condition and how the field was acting up. So, but yeah, the guy I talked to in there was very, very nice. Like I said, we got a year until this crop is ready to harvest, unfortunately, because I picked one of the worst things to do. But yeah, we have all this land here. At some point, we will get a little small open-air garden to help, at least with some kind of financial stuff. Was that fertilizer, spreader, and seeder a very bad idea to purchase? Technically, yes, but it helped get our field ready and fertilized and all ready to go. So at least we have that going for us. Apparently I missed a spot here. I don't know. I rolled it though, but whatever. Yeah. We will unfortunately have to get a rock picker at some point, but that's going to be later, I think. Later after our first harvest, so we will have to invest in one of those at some point. But as it turns out, yeah, I got the backstory of this farm. I told the guy at the shop, told him I was the guy that bought the place, upgraded the house a little bit, and he said, oh, that's good to know. That old shack was really, really old and disgusting looking. I'm surprised it was livable in. But yeah, we have got a long ways to go here in our little YouTube series here. So, like I said, if you liked this video and the start of our series here, go ahead and give a like and subscribe. Comment down below what your thoughts on this series has been so far. So, that's going to do it for me. Hope everyone had a good time watching the first episode of this No Man's Land Farming Simulator 22 series.